Good morning and welcome to the School Recruiter demonstration webinar. My name is Reese Howells and I'm the Sales and Marketing Manager. Today I will be demonstrating and giving an insight into our latest innovation, School Recruiter, a centralized recruitment system built specifically for schools to drive efficiencies and allow a school to enhance the way they attract, recruit and hire top teaching talent. To give an overview of how we arrived at School Recruiter, the concept of the system was born out of the recognition that in competition for the best teaching talent, schools require tools that enhance their attraction, recruitment and hiring processes beyond simply advertising. We targeted various areas of school recruitment inefficiency and ineffectiveness and combined them in a single cloud solution. A good starting point, therefore, would be to just go through some of the key defining features of School Recruiter. And we'll do this just by visiting our brochure site here, which is simply schoolrecruiter.co.uk. And we'll start off with the first key feature, which is the customizable career site. Every School Recruiter account has a customizable and mobile-friendly career site, allowing that client to really convey their employer brand to prospective employees. This is where we would encourage schools to show off all their benefits, the cultures, and all the personalities of each school in a really nice looking window, shop window for you. The next key feature, and one that is unique to School Recruiter, is the broadcast feature. School Recruiter allows you to quickly create eye-catching jobs with a few tools built in there, but the key thing is here, it allows you to broadcast those roles across multiple channels, whether that is free and premium jobs boards such as eTeach, The Test, Guardian, or simply social media, so reaching candidates outside your network or even outside the country. So really giving you the tools to broaden your reach here as well. The applicant tracking system is the third really powerful aspect of School Recruiter. Allows you to seamlessly move candidates from attraction through to hiring using configurable workflows and an intuitive usability. As you can see on the screen, the drag and drop functionality gives you this clear recruitment overview at any point, and moving them is really seamless. Talent pools as well in this section. The objective here is to proactively recruit all year round with your own talent pools. Either allow candidates to enter from outside and leave their interest in teaching in your school via a CV or via just a notice, or simply allocate candidates from within your existing jobs. The shortlisted candidates can simply be added to talent pools for you to cultivate and nurture for the next recruitment cycle. The collaborative hiring aspect is another great aspect of School Recruiter, allowing your team to work together to review and assess each candidate's suitability for the role. It has a full reviewing system in here that is fully configurable based on your own school's requirements, as well as an instant messaging section down the right-hand side of the dashboard, allowing you to talk to your team members within the system and making sure that all notes are relevant to each candidate. Finally, reporting is the last defining feature of School Recruiter. This is where we start to allow our clients to become more intelligent about their recruitment, assessing return on investment based on sources and where candidates have come from, allowing you to get smarter in terms of which channels are working best for you, as well as the fact that it shows candidate numbers coming in, start to develop several insights in terms of how your recruitment is doing, in terms of some conversion rates there versus visits, allows you to just assess whether your job adverts or your career sites are engaging candidates to click that apply button, for example. So those are just obviously the key features. There are a lot more functionalities within the system, so we'll just dive on in now. show you how to actually use the system to start driving those efficiencies towards your school. This is your dashboard, as we'd like to call it. It gives you that first overview and a snapshot of how your recruitment is performing at each time. You can see here numbers of candidates coming in real time, candidates that have been tagged by your teams, sources, shows you which candidates and how many have come from each sources up front. An activity tracking down the side allows you to just stay on top of where certain candidates are or where the status of each jobs, and quick view, quick access buttons up here just to go into the different areas of the software. So we'll start off with the first key defining feature, which is the career site. And clicking this button here will open or give you access to your customizable career site. As you can see, it's a great and professional looking shop window for any school. Each school comes with the ability to change it up and add various elements of content, but scrolling down we can just see it conveys all of the good content to a candidate or to a potential candidate. What we tend to find is that typically school websites are geared towards parents and pupils a lot of the time. This is occasionally quite hard for prospective candidates to find all of the benefits and perks and personality of a school from an employer perspective amongst all the noise of a typical school website. So we would suggest using a standalone site fully linked back and forth to the existing school website to just convey that information on its own. It allows candidates to become much more engaged in your offering and your opportunities. So the customizable aspect of it is shown here, allowing you to match the exact branding, coloring, text style to your existing site, so it gets that consistency across both platforms, so a candidate doesn't feel like they've left your website, merely an extension of your website. You control what content fits where in School Recruiter. If you feel like you want an introduction first before the jobs, simply click and drag, or vice versa. If jobs are the first thing you want a candidate to see, just move those in there. There are lots of different content categories available: text, teams, photos, videos, map locations, everything. A lot of useful information for you to convey that employer brand and why a teacher should be considering your school over its competitors. These customizable career sites are of course fully mobile optimized, and if I show you quickly on the webcam, I can just show you how that looks. So if you see here, fully mobile, fitted to the small screen, and really easy to digest that information for a candidate on the move, which is the objective here. So moving back to the dashboard then, the next section we'd want to look at is setting up a job. The primary function of School Recruiter is obviously to advertise your roles. So customizing and setting up a jobs is one of the bits it does best. Here we go. All the information can be collected here. Free job description templates are highlighted here. We've set up some best practice examples. However, you are, of course, free to use your own relevant job templates, or simply build on ours. But it is a copy and paste exercise, allowing you to customize the text and make it eye-catching, engaging, formatted in the way you'd like. You can even use open source to add extra special features in there as well. In terms of how a candidate can apply, you get to dictate whether you'd like these features in front of you here. So phone number, photo, cover letter or supporting statement, CV or resume. Screening questions allow you to add as many unlimited amount of extra questions in terms of relevant role-specific or school-specific questions. These can come in various formats, so you have a real range of options to ask a candidate a question there. Our online application form has been created to be the most streamlined and effective method of recruiting candidates. It meets all safeguarding and recruitment criteria. However, adding the screening question allows you to ask extra questions if you don't feel there's the ones you require within the online application form. Again, we're trying to get a seamless and really easy candidate journey for your schools. Too many times schools put a lot of barriers in place of candidates applying, so we've aimed to make it as mobile, as easy for a candidate to submit their application. Therefore, in return, you will have a host of candidates for each role. Apply with LinkedIn and social media sharing buttons. Just allow the candidate to do that one-click apply as well. It will instantly pull the relevant information from LinkedIn or even from their eTeach account onto your application, allowing the candidate then again to focus on the areas that need more care, such as a supporting statement or their CV or etc. Your hiring pipeline is fully configurable. Add as many stages or as little stages as you'd like, and it is completely relevant to your school. You have the stages you require, as well as names there. You can save these as defaults as well. So if this is the format of your school's recruitment process, that can be saved every time, so no need to change it time and time again. The email confirmation here, obviously toggleable here. This is where a candidate would get an automated response on application. So as soon as they've submitted their application, this is the first point of contact that goes out to the candidate. So it gives them that positive reinforcement of the brand and engages them into your recruitment process. Again, where we see some schools fall down is that they advertise and wait 2 or 3 weeks until they start contacting all their applicants, and unfortunately by that time, due to the lack of engagement, a lot of candidates do tend to fall out of this process. But again, candidates aren't just a number here. You can put in these placeholders here to make it seem like the candidate is known by their name. You are aware of that candidate. They're not simply a number. Again, positive reinforcement into your brand and your school's opportunities. Recruitment team is where you'd add the members of your hiring team. Each member can have a different access role with the ability to edit and view certain things. It's all down to you. Adding an existing team member just comes from the initial setup, obviously, in here. And publishing is where we would then push that role out onto your career site, as we saw before, where it would be available to the public and able to promote externally using various advertising methods. Internal use, therefore, is when we would want to maybe look internally to our talent pools or our internal workforce. And to do that, you can share both these links here for the role and a simple job mailbox. Candidates would then simply have to respond with their CV or application form, and it would go directly into the jobs mailbox rather than just an inbox externally in your Outlook. So that's setting up a job. Very straightforward, simply 5 simple stages, allowing you to quickly and effortlessly get that role ready to promote. Promoting, therefore, can be on free and premium job boards. Allows you to really start to think about where you're putting your roles and which roles are therefore working best for you. Obviously, it's just like shopping online. Simply add these to the cart, whichever ones you want to, and the transaction will be carried out between you and the advertising provider. School Recruiter is cost neutral. There is no extra fee for using these sources and School Recruiter. As we mentioned before, social media is a large part of School Recruiter. It's a very popular recruitment method these days, and teachers are on social media more and more. So the ability to put your job on their newsfeed and with hyper targeting, etc., is a really powerful tool here. The nice thing about broadcasting through School Recruiter is all the candidates return to the centralized pot. So there's no more scrabbling around various job boards or email inboxes trying to find where your applicants have come into. They will all return to the central pot, allowing you to efficiently begin the recruitment process. The system, again, is created with the candidate at the center, and therefore all job adverts are mobile optimized and have an online application form. Once we've promoted our role, candidates will start to come into the applied section here, and this is your recruitment workflow. This is where we would begin the process of reviewing, assessing, and moving them through the process to ultimately get them into the hired section. Candidates have a full data-rich profile on School Recruiter, which is all nicely demonstrated for you here, with all the ability to leave team notes, talk to your other team members within the system here, as well as leave your reviews. So a 5-star rating system, as well as configurable skills to allow you to set your team a structured interview process based on your core competencies and the skills you want to see in those candidates. So notes can be left per candidate, and ultimately the hiring manager has that final decision that is fully informed by their entire team in a nice, easily presented manner. The candidate profile also allows you to move the candidate between your talent pools or schedule interviews or meetings or phone calls. The system comes with full Outlook or email provider integration, so your emails and your calendars will all be shared on the system, so allowing you and your team to stay fully coordinated within the recruitment process. On that note, here's where the emails would be stored from within the system. So all your relevant communications to candidates are stored here. So again, saving you that time having to search your email inbox for the right emails. Each candidate's emails are stored against that candidate's name, allowing you to instantly track down which parts of communications you need to see. Calendar integration allows your team just to stay coordinated. We all know when X candidate is coming in for an interview and when they're having a phone interview, etc. The talent pool function is really powerful, and it starts to drive this proactive recruitment mindset, in that the system allows you to stay on top of your talent pool. Bulk actions allow you to simply communicate with every one of your talent pool at once, keep them warm over the months between recruitment cycles, and then once a vacancy does arise, you've got a free source of great teaching talent that you have probably reviewed and been through already. So that is a really fantastic tool to have within your recruitment armory. Filtering through the candidates allows you to just stay on top of your talent pools, make sure they are clean and just full of the top talent you need. But the nice thing is, going back to the career sites, is that the talent pools can be accessed internally and externally. Candidates, if you see here, this is an example of one of our talent pool sections. Candidates merely have to click on the relevant talent pool they'd like to leave their interest, attach their CV into this box here, and they will instantly have a profile created for them by the system. So again, even when you're not recruiting, you can be recruiting, and allowing candidates to have that want to engage with you and want to submit their interest, allow them to put their CVs and put their applications within your site. Moving candidates from within the system is extremely easy as well. You select the ones that you want to save for later, or even the ones that have made it to the final round. Unfortunately, there is only one role available, but you don't want to forget certain candidates, so you want to just assign these straight into your teaching talent pool. Extremely easy to navigate. The system is incredibly intuitive, as you can see, really straightforward. So finally, at the end of a recruitment cycle, we all want to know how we've performed, how our recruitment has performed, and have we got that return on investment we require from the advertising channels we've selected. So the candidates data we are presented with here is based around volume and conversion. We can see new candidates coming in, it's monitoring it in real time, the visits to the career site and the job adverts, and then the conversion rates. How many of those candidates click that apply button? And as I said earlier, we can start to draw insights in that a low conversion but high visits could suggest that there's a lack of engagement. So we then want to edit our career sites or edit our job adverts to encourage candidates to click the apply button. But the nice thing is it's all recorded for you to draw those insights. Each individual job vacancy has its own statistics as well, so we can start to see which jobs perform better, and if there is different content or different methods of recruiting in each job, we can start to see the difference that makes. Data on sources. This is where School Recruiter is extremely unique. As a neutral provider, it allows you to record how effective each channel of recruitment has been. And the nice thing is we get an exact data set showing us the average rating of candidates. So it's not such about volume now, it's about quality. We want to see how many candidates have come from, for example, eTeach in this case, and what is the average rating. The nice thing here is the average rating is what you have rated those candidates. So ultra relevant to your recruitment and your school. So this sort of information is really key to spending sensibly and saving those recruitment budgets and assigning them to what channel we know is going to work for us or has worked for us in the past. The final data set here is about just your recruitment team. You can monitor how much each individual is doing and performing, not in a big brother sense, but to more share the workload among your team members. You can see if one of your employees is doing too many calls, you want to then assign that to someone else in their department, get them involved in the recruitment process, allows you to get that those sort of statistics here. And as we said, School Recruiter is built to be flexible, intuitive, and extremely user-friendly. And as you can see here, everything is very customizable, setting up all of the email templates, so no more writing new emails every time. We can set in there a offer letter, rejection letter, a move to the hiring thing, an equal opportunities form, any of the typical communications you need to send to and from a candidate can be pre-written, allowing you to quickly communicate and efficiently manage that process. Again, a lot of information to add in here, and it's a very customizable is the main thing we're trying to get across. That more or less brings us to the end of the demonstration, and using the system you will always find nice little tools and little areas of efficiency that haven't been covered in this webinar. But I think the main thing is the system is built to save schools time and money, and that is our objective. And I hope that you consider the product for your next recruitment cycle, and if you would like to find more information, simply visit schoolrecruiter.co.uk, where you can request a demo or see all the features that are involved in the process. It's been a pleasure showing you and demonstrating you the system this morning, and I hope to see you using our product soon. Thank you. Goodbye.